Welcome back everyone to another episode of WWE Monday Night Raw preview and predictions by The Wrestling Guy. Today I'm previewing Monday Night Raw for 27th of October 2014, and this is of course, as all of you know, the Hell in a Cell post-show or Hell in a Cell fallout. Now, Hell in a Cell turned out to be one of those pay-per-views that exceeded expectations. Almost all matches were well above average, while the narrative took no expected twists and turns. WWE surely turned their fortune upside down with the show and now has the responsibility of following up. Now, this week's Raw would be coming from AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, and has a huge expectation bar to be matched after Hell in a Cell 2014 pay-per-view. Now, there are a lot of questions in the mind of WWE Universe left about what the creative team has planned for its next pay-per-view Survivor Series, and this week's Raw would give a hint on the same. So, here's a look at the angles that needs to be addressed in the latest edition. Of WWE's Monday Night Raw. Now, first of all, I'm gonna just tell you my favorite match of last night. It was the Hell in a Cell match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. It was freaking awesome until Bray Wyatt interfered and gave his finisher to Dean Ambrose. Actually, he gave his finisher to Dean Ambrose after he got pinned by Seth Rollins, but either way, he just interrupted a freaking awesome match. I was really loving that match, and Bray destroyed it. So he returns, and so moving on to the Raw preview, I'm gonna talk 5 points that may happen tonight on Raw live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. Number 5 is Nikki's personal assistant. The match between Nikki Bella and Brie Bella was one among many which exceeded expectations at Hell in a Cell. The two sisters silenced all their critics with a solid match that had enough action and a credible backstory. With Nikki winning the match, she now has full control over Brie for the next 1 month, 30 days, and if Brie doesn't follow the stipulation, she would have to leave the WWE. Now, Brie leaving the WWE can be taken out of the situation, as it would completely kill off the feud, which all of a sudden is looking interesting. Now, this means that Brie will have to play the slave role for Nikki, which opening up a lot of narrative options for the creatives. The fans could get a lot of must-see segments from this angle if WWE books it correctly, and Raw would be the first step for the same. Number 4 is new mid-card contenders. All of WWE's mid-card titles were defended on Sunday, and all 4 matches failed to produce a new champion. With the champions retaining their titles, WWE has to dig out new opponents for the same, since it would look stale to go ahead with the old ones. Though it is necessary to have some fresh faces in the title picture, WWE has a lack of choices. There aren't a credible enough tag team to challenge the Dust Brothers apart from Usos, and the same goes for the Divas division, where Paige and AJ Lee have been holding up for 3 months. It is no different story for the Intercontinental and the United States Championship, meaning that there is a lot of work to be done in the championship department. Next is number 3 is what's next for the Big Fishes. 3 names that didn't get a narrative continuation after Hell in a Cell were Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Rusev. Orton came out as the loser in his Hell in a Cell bout against John Cena and is left with no opportunity to head up or down. The Rollins-Ambrose feud seems to have ended as well, with Bray Wyatt's interference, which leaves Rollins in a similar situation like Randy Orton, as we all know that Survivor Series is taking place in Randy Orton's hometown, and so many people expected Randy Orton to win last night at Hell in a Cell and continue on to challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and win the championship from him at Survivor Series. But nothing like that happened. I was happy enough to see John Cena defeating that brat, and it was but we're back to that boring feud again. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Now, the company could easily pit the two against each other after that curb stomp incident last week, and this would bring out a face turn from the Viper, which looks like the best option, like best for business. The WWE should really turn the Viper Randy Orton babyface again. As far as Rusev is concerned, he got a big win against the world's largest athlete, and the Bulgarian Brute now has to search the deepest corners of the roster to find someone better than the Big Show. Now, those of you who are wrestling fans, like from years, you don't know Big Show. Like, Rusev doesn't know Big Show. Big Show versus Sheamus, according to me, was a freaking awesome feud in 2012 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Show just was like a real dominator against Sheamus, and the WWE is making him lose against a guy like Rusev. Like, I don't really like that guy. No one does, according to me, and I don't really know why WWE is giving the push to Rusev. He doesn't even deserve that push. In fact, the Big Show should have been winning last night, and it would have been great if the Big Show would have won. However, I'm gonna move to my next point, which is the number 2. The contender is ready. Will the champion show up? Of course, I'm talking about John Cena and Brock Lesnar. As per the stipulation of the Cena-Orton match at Hell in a Cell, Cena now stands as the number 1 contender for Lesnar's WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Though some might categorize this as a botched booking from the creative team, it was the best decision they could make. Cena and Lesnar had 2 matches in SummerSlam and Night of Champions respectively, and the latter ended in an interference ending, which in turn left the story incomplete. There's still a lot of money left in Cena Lesnar match, and only question that remains now is the time of the match. According to the rumors, Lesnar is not booked for rest of the year, which might take Cena wait till Royal Rumble. In that case, WWE needs a buffer feud for the C Nation leader, and the lucky one would probably expose the secret on Monday Night Raw tonight. The last point, the number 1 point, is Lunatic Fringe versus Eater of the Worlds. Ambrose and Rollins literally tore down the roof at Hell in a Cell, but what got everyone talking was the appearance that Bray Wyatt made. The Eater of the Worlds was an unexpected guest during the main event, and he has now opened new doors for himself and Dean Ambrose. The Rollins chapter of the Lunatic Fringe's career is going to take a backseat from the looks of it. Bray is a fitting replacement for Rollins, since 2 madmen going at it would make a must-watch television angle. The fans very well know how Ambrose was running Rampage when he wanted to get his hands on Rollins, and it would be the same situation with Bray Wyatt. Bray losing his family also raises a lot of questions, and hopefully all that would be answered on Monday Night Raw tonight. So make sure to like this video if you liked it, and also subscribe, and please support me by commenting your opinions of how you liked or disliked the video. And if you disliked the video, just comment down below so that I can improve, and just go through my channel once and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.